Why has Gojo, despite being the most powerful, despite being the strongest, and being able to do everything in this world, always feel so alone and sad? Let's analyze for a moment his personality, his way of being. After all, he always carries with him a big smile and an unbreakable confidence that make him appear to be the happiest person in the world, to be someone who doesn't not need others. He really is the person who needs company and help the most, because loneliness has always eaten away and has always crushed him. That expression, that magnificent smile, that is only a way to deceive himself, to deceive the loneliness and fear that lives in his body. Let me explain to you why I say all this. When a person achieves everything in this world, he reaches the top and there are no more steps to aspire to. Boredom usually attacks him, loneliness begins to envelop him. And this is something he experienced since he was a child, from the moment his existence was made public and a reward of 200 millions was launched for whoever brought this head, and whose mothers were intimidated by the powerful of that man, by the strength that he could give off with only 8 years of age. Age showed that from then on he was already alone, without anyone his age who could match him. There could be not one he could talk or to compete with, until he would finally meet him, Geto, his greatest and only best friend, who during those times when high school was being completed, was the person who encouraged him to advances, who encouraged him to grow, to compete. Finally, the Toji incident would occur. Geto would be defeated. Satoru would have been enlightened by the 6 A's and would discover the true core of the cursed power at the moment after having because the strongest course today he once again felt, insulted, again in empest. And after all, he had found joy in acquiring more power, in learning how to properly apply as cursed power and magical rituals. Eventually, the departure of his best friend made him realize no one could match him. Now he would be left completely alone before a bunch of successors who could never resemble him. And perhaps that is why he himself began to be a teacher, a person in charge to teaching how to develop the talents of promised young people so that they reach their maximum, and perhaps, with the help of destiny, fortune, and luck, one of them will be able to be at his level. It is that he always longed for, always desired an equal, someone with whom he can measure himself again and grown again, to prevent loneliness from crushing him again, to have to stop fracking that smile in front of everyone else. This can be clearly evident when he faced off against Sukuna. Throughout the entire battle, he was having fun as if it was the best game of his life. He always smiled and desperate, finding himself in a critical situation where he was going to lose. He never gave up at hope. He always smiled at the fun that was before his eyes. He is the personification of the desire to seek a higher stage, accompanied by a rival or someone who's experienced him, like on that occasion against Fushiguro. For this reason, He is also a person who deeply loves his students and cares greatly about them. For this reason, he intercedes in the execution of those who can break the balance of the world of sorcery. He prevented Yuji from the begin execution so he could cultivate his talent, the same with Yuta and also with everyone who could serve it. That he could offer a future where he could finally show a true smile of happiness. And it wasn't until the end, in his last battle, that he was able to get it. A rival that from the depths of his heart he would appreciate in every way for having shown him that he was not alone in this world.